Hi friends, today we are going to see the topic vendor rating. Right? In the previous topic we have discussed about the supply chain management, right? So it starts with vendor, right? Or otherwise it is called supplier. And today we are going to see how we are going to choose the vendor, right? Vendor A important romba அப்படினா, so we are going to get the raw materials from the suppliers, right? So in order to maintain the quality of the product, we need to ensure that the raw materials are good and quality. So then only the output will become a quality product. So that's why when you are going to analyze this vendor, we have to choose certain quantitative techniques to measure their performance. So that is what we are going to see today, right? Before that, there are certain parts we need to discuss before we get into the quantitative techniques. We will see one by one. And today we are going to discuss four different areas. That is, one is introduction of vendor rating, and next one is definition, and third one is general assessment of vendors, and the last one we are going to see a problem which is based on vendor rating, right? Right. See, there is a familiar saying, we all know that, tell me who your friends are and I tell you who you are. But when it comes to purchasing, we have changed that familiar saying into different aspects. That is, tell me who your vendors are and I will tell you what kind of purchasing department you have. So, everything is based on how we are going to choose the right vendor here. So, that is what we are going to see today. When it comes to definition, we all know vendors are nothing but suppliers. So it can be a company or it can be a person, so that sells goods and service to someone else. So here someone else, in the sense, suppose if you take vendor as a term, suppose every customer, suppose if I am a customer, I am going to purchase some product from someone else. That someone else is called vendor here, right? But when we usually use the word supplier only in the terms of manufacturing. Suppose if you are manufacturer, you are going to get raw materials from someone, that someone is called suppliers here, right? So that is a slight difference between these two, but these two words are interchangeably using in the operations management, right? So like I told already, so vendors are a part of supply chain or suppliers are a part of supply chain, right? It comes from French verb vendor, it means to sell, right? Then it comes to the definition, so it is the process of rating a supplier based on some rating techniques, and that some rating techniques we are going to see today. The next part, before we get into the quantitative measures, how to measure the performance of the vendor, here is the basis for assessment of vendors. Here we don't need any quantitative measures, we are not going to use any quantitative measures. Purely by subjective we are going to measure the performance or to the perception of what we have in our mind, right? So in that category we are going to choose price as the first one. So we obviously do price plays a major role in assessing the vendor. So not only in the perspective of manufacturing, suppose take as a common man. As a common man, we are going to purchase any product, so we will compare the price from one vendor to another vendor. So whichever is cheap, we will go and purchase that. The same concept is applicable to the manufacturing unit also. So that is what I have mentioned in the price. First one is competitive price. Competitive in the sense, suppose if one vendor A is giving a particular product or particular material for some amount, suppose some other product is going to give the same material for less than that amount, then we will choose the vendor who is selling at a lower price, right? So that is what you mentioned as competitive price, which is when compared to the competitor, how we are going to fix the price, right? So next one is discounts received. So right here, so discount received in the sense என்ன அப்படினா, suppose நம்ம வந்து purchase பண்ணும்போது as a manufacturer நம்ம purchase பண்ணும்போது ஒரு vendor and இன்னொரு vendor, suppose in bulk purchases அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது they will give you some discount. So the discount level வச்சு கூட என்ன பண்ணணும், we will choose the vendor, right? So next one is cost reduction suggestion. So this is purely a relationship between the supplier as well as the manufacturer. So as a vendor, how they are suggesting you to purchase the material. So suppose in case if they suggest you can hold in a bulk purchase. Suppose in future there may be a demand. So in that case, you can purchase in advance. So like this, if they give some suggestion, then it will be useful for the manufacturer to hold maximum stock. Okay, so how they are suggesting you to purchase. So that is a cost reduction suggestion here. Then installation cost. Suppose if in the case of machine, if you are going to purchase any machine from the supplier, right? So that involves some installation cost, right? So how they are going to bear it? So whether they are going to take up all the cost or they are going to charge it from you. So it's all based on the supplier. So in that way also we can choose the vendor. The last one is obviously the credit term. So how we are going to pay the cost for the material. So once you have purchased, whether you are going to pay it immediately or we are going to pay it in installment or easy installment or in credit term basis. So all this comes under the price. Based on this, we are going to select the vendor. So that's why we have choose price as the primary assessment here. So next to the price, we move on to the quality. So next part is quality here. So here we keep quality as the performance measurement. So first one is maintenance of specification. So while you are going to purchase, you have specified this much quality I need or this much specification I am going to need the material. So once they satisfied those specifications, then we have some goodwill about the supplier. So we will frequently purchase from those vendors only. So the maintenance of specification is the must thing for the vendor. So next one is promptness of delivery. This is called how prompt they are in delivering. Like suppose if you are ordering for the material in a crucial time. Suppose you need the material immediately for the next day manufacturing. So in that case, they have to do that delivery within the stipulated time, right? So அந்த மாதிரி கேஸ்ல அவங்க எவ்வளவு prompt delivery பண்றாங்க. Suppose the promptness இல்ல, suppose if they are delay in delivery அப்படினா, that obviously affect our production, right? So the promptness in delivery அப்படிங்கிறது is an important factor in assessment of vendor, right? And last one is the charges which they are charging for the delivery, right? So for delivery, suppose your manufacturing unit might be in some state, or suppose your vendor might be in some other state. So it takes some time to travel, or it takes some mode of transport to travel that material to your place, right? So how much they are charging for that particular transport or logistics. So that is what we consider. Actually this should come in terms of price also. Here we consider the quality, mean we are looking for the promptness, right? So that is why we are included in this, but actually we can take that to the price area itself, right? The last one is packing. So I already told there must be some transportation or logistics here. So how they are good in packing. So other we can avoid the damages, right, or defect. So the damages only we can reduce with this packaging reduce panna mudiyum. So we have considered that into the quality. And the last one is services. So what are the services additional, like we can take it as a value added or general services we can get from the vendor as a manufacturer, right? So the first one is disposition of rejects. Suppose you are rejecting some product once it reaches your destination, right? Or once it reaches to the manufacturing unit. In case of any defects or any damages. So how we are going to take that back? So that is the main thing here, right? Next one is employee training. So like I already told, if you are going to purchase any machine or any new technology from someone, from vendor, we are new to the technology or we are new to that particular machine. So but someone has to assist us, right? So how they are going to give that training to our employees, right? Because they knew everything about the machines, about the new technology, or either it can be a new software, right? So how much training they are going to give to us, it means our employees, right? So it all matters here. So next one is a cooperation. This is a mutual relationship between the vendors and the manufacturer, right? Then the market information, like I already told, how we all know market is volatile, so we don't know, there must be certain uncertainty always, right? We don't know what will happen in the future, right? There must be a demand in the particular product, there won't be any demand in the particular product. So as a raw material provider or as a vendor, as a supplier, they might knew about all these things and they have to inform to the manufacturer about all this market information, right? So next one is adjustment policies. Adjustment policies, before we make it into the contract, definitely we will make some certain procedure to follow, like in terms of ordering and how the payment mode of payment you are going to pay, in terms of duration how you are going to repay that. So everything we have made under these policies, right? Suppose in order to maintain the good relationship, we need to reconsider the policies. So we have to make certain adjustment in terms of in terms of delivery delay, so like, or in terms of money payment delay, so like that, right? So last one is inventory plan, and like I already told, it's everything is based on how stock you are holding. So for that, how they are assisting you. So like I already told, in case of more demand, they can deliver more, and how we are going to store that. So either in your premises or in external warehouses. So in that case, they will assist you in that form, right? So next we are going to see the rating techniques, right? Rating techniques in what is called rating techniques in vendor selection, right? So we have 5 different methods, right? The first one is categorical plan, weighted point plan, cost ratio method, critical incident method, and checklist method. And today we are going to see the second one, the weighted point plan, because there is a problem we are going to see which is based on this particular method. The rest of the rating technique we will discuss in this separate video. Okay. As I told earlier, we are going to see the second method, the weighted point plan. So under this method, what we are going to do, we are going to select the certain performance factors to be evaluated. Right? Here I am choosing quality, delivery, price, and service as my performance factors to be evaluated. And next I am going to allocate certain weights for these performance factors. Here I am allocating 40% to the quality, 30% to the delivery, 20% to the price, and 10% to the service. So with these factors only we are going to assess the vendor, right? So here there is a picture here. So if you see the third column, how we are going to measure these factors, right? So here I have taken 5-point scale for the first 3 factors. For quality, delivery, and price, I am choosing 5-point scale, and for the service I am choosing 3-point scale, right? So 1 to 5 I have chosen. 1 is for the worst and 5 is for the best. While coming to the fourth column, so here I have chosen supplier A and supplier B for the rating, right? So for the quality, I have given 3 out of 5 for the supplier A. For the delivery, 4 out of 5. For the price, 2 out of 5. Right? At the same time, for the supplier B, I have given quality as 4, delivery as 3, price as 5. So next, what we are going to do is we are going to multiply those value with the weight what we have allocated in the previous area. So 3 by 5 into 40 for quality, then for delivery 4 by 5 into 30, then price 2 by 5 into 20. In the case of service, what we are going to do is we have chosen 3-point scale. So that is good, fair, poor. For good it is 100%, for fair it is 70%, for poor it is 40%. I am going to give 70% for the supplier A. I am going to multiply that with the weightage value. So 0.7 into 10. So when we add all these values, for supplier A we are getting 63 out of 100. For supplier B we are getting 80 as our value. So obviously what we are going to choose is supplier B, as they are having more points, right? So this is what we are going to calculate the performance rating for the particular vendor using this method. We will see a problem so based on this method, right? Here the problem is calculate the vendor rating for the following. The item under consideration is the same from all suppliers. So we have chosen certain items, right? We are going to consider quantity, then price, then delivery. We have chosen these 3 performance factors to be assessed, right? We have chosen 3 vendors, 3 different vendors, A, B, and C, and they have given weightage for each performance factor. That is for quality 70%, price 20%, delivery 10%. And in each of the item, we have certain values, right? In terms of quantity, we have two values, that is quantity supplied as well as quantity accepted. In terms of delivery also, we have two values, that is delivery promised in weeks, actual delivery made in weeks. But in the case of price, we have only one item, that is price of each item in rupees. So with these data only we are going to perform this assessment, right? Right. In order to find the total vendor rating, we need to add all the quality rating plus price rate plus delivery rate for all the vendors, right? In that first one, we are going to find out the percentage accepted, right? So for that, I already told in the table, in the terms of quantity, we have two data, right? One is quantity accepted, another one is quantity accepted. We are going to use those two data here. So percentage accepted equal to quantity accepted divided by quantity supplied. That is why for vendor A, 78 divided by 90. For vendor B, it's 80 divided by 80. For vendor C, 70 divided by 75. So the values we are getting is 0.86 for A, 1 for B, and 0.93 for C. That is third supplier C. Then quality rating is equal to, what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply that percentage accepted into weightage. So weightage for quality is 70%, right? So 86.66 into 0.7, right? The 86.6 is previously I have got 0.86, that we have multiplied with the 100 because we want to convert that into percentage. So 86.66 into 0.7. Again the 70% has been converted into 0.7, right? So the total value we are getting is 60.66 for vendor A and 70 for B and 65.33 for vendor C, right? So we have calculated the percentage accepted as well as the percentage for quality, right? We have assessed the quality performance. Next we are going to assess the data in terms of price. So which vendor is apt for the price wise, right? So for that we have formula, price ratio is equal to lowest price divided by net price, right? Here price ratio, lowest price means among all the three vendors who is given at the lowest price. So here 3.9 is the lowest value. So I am taken that 3.9 as the lowest price in the numerator. So 3.9 divided by net price is, here net price indicates the price of the particular vendor. So for the vendor A, they are giving it as 4 per unit, right? So 3.9 divided by 4. For vendor B is 3.9 divided by 4.2. For vendor C is 3.9 divided by 3.9. So the value we are getting is 0.975 and 0.9285 for vendor B and 1 for vendor C. And total price rating is equal to 97.5 into weightage we have allocated for the price is 20%, so 0.2. So total weight total percentage we are getting is 19.5 for vendor A and 18.57 for vendor B and 20% for vendor C. Then third factors we are going to derive here. The third one is delivery. Like I told, in delivery also we have two different data, that is delivery promised as well as actual delivery made. So the formula for delivery equal to delivery promised divided by actual delivery made. So for vendor A is 6 divided by 8, that gives the value 0.75. For vendor B is 6 divided by 6.2 and gives the value of 0.9677. For vendor C is 6 divided by 7, that gives the value of 0.857. And the weightage which we have given for delivery is 10%, and we are going to multiply that 10% with the percentage, delivery percentage. So 75 into 0.10 for vendor A and 96.77 into 0.10 for vendor B, 85.71 into 0.10 for vendor C, and total we get 7.5% for vendor A, 9.68 for vendor B and 8.57 for vendor C. So we have found all the three performance rating, right? So now what we are going to do is, I already told, in order to find the vendor rating, so we need to add all the three factors, that is quantity, quality plus price plus delivery. So we are going to add all these things. So total rating for A equal to 60.66 plus 19.5 plus 7.5. So 60.66 is quality percentage and 19.5 is price rating plus 7.5% is delivery rating. We are going to add all these three ratings. So likewise for vendor B and vendor C we have to find out. So in total we are getting for vendor A is 87.66, for vendor B is 98.25, for vendor C is 93.87. So we are going to choose the vendor B since it has the highest value of 98.25.